Hey guys, Clayton from Workbench Hobbies here. Something a little different today. We've got a model show a couple of hours south of Sydney. It's an annual pilgrimage a couple of mates and I make every year. Thought I would share the journey with you all and show you what a model show in Sydney, Australia looks like. Enjoy the ride.
Where's that located again?
Clearly, I've just said Wollongong is 2 hours south of Sydney, so it's not a model show in Sydney, it's a model show 2 hours south of Sydney in Wollongong.
Idiot.
We are at the, what is it, New South Wales Scale Model Show. And the people you bump into, Brett Green.
Hello.
How are you, Brett?
Good, very well, thank you.
Thank you for your time.
My pleasure.
So, what do you think of the show?
Fantastic show. There's such a lot of great talent on those tables today. It's amazing. It really is great.
Nice. And what do you like? Does anything stand out to you at all?
It's hard to narrow it down. The quality is so good, but there's a particular sock with camel on the table over there that they're very, very nice. Very nice indeed.
Nice, yes, that's mine. Thank you.
Quite
Nice.
right.
So, do you use these forums and these shows to find builders and people to contribute articles to the magazines and whatnot?
I probably should, but I find myself more often at these shows, it becomes a sort of a meet and greet.
Yep.
So there are all these people out there who I've corresponded with or who might have seen me on online or in the magazines, and it's a great opportunity to actually start to put some faces to names and have a chat with people.
And that was my next question, was does that become a distraction? Does it mean you don't get to enjoy the show?
No, not at all. I think that's really part of the main enjoyment of the show.
Yes.
And it's funny, you can see the impact it has on people as well. I was over at the swap and sell table over the other side just before, and somebody came up and tapped me on the shoulder and said, "You're Brett Green."
Yep.
I said, "Yes, I am." And he said, "I'm buying this sword 48 scale Tailorcraft. What do you think of it? Did you write a review on this?" And I thought, I think I did write a review on this. So I pulled out the phone, I Googled Brett Green Tailorcraft, and I said, there it is, okay.
Beautiful.
So I was able to say to the guy, okay, just be careful, it's got a vac form canopy and the wings actually attached to the canopy, so the assembly might be a little tricky, you might want to reinforce it, but notice it looks like a good kit. So that was sort of good fun.
Yeah, nice.
Well. Yeah.
Well, thank you for your time. I won't hold you up.
My pleasure.
Thank you for all the opportunities you've given me in my modelling journey. I really appreciate it.
Always a pleasure, mate.
And,
Always a pleasure.
Yeah, we'll see you soon.
Thanks, mate.
Thanks, Brett.
Okay,
Good on
thanks,
you.
mate. Bye.
Here I have Lucas Kasuba, who is not just a good mate, but an outstanding modeler, one of the best in the country.
Thank you.
Without doubt. Where do you fit into the modelling picture, Lucas?
Well, clearly you think I'm the best one in the country, but I don't think that's particularly true. I think I'm doing okay considering the competition and in Australia in general.
Actually, that's interesting. How do you find the standard of modelling in this country compared to your homeland?
Well, Clayton, you'll be surprised. I actually haven't visited that many Czech competitions comparatively to Australian ones since I returned back to the hobby in 2012. But I think it grew. The quality grew over the years.
Nice.
Comparatively to what I've witnessed the first time. But was it back 2017 when we first came here?
Sounds about right.
Over the weekend, and it was it was really good.
Beautiful.
I enjoyed it. And I've been enjoying it ever since, really. It was pretty good.
And what do you like on the tables here?
Well, there's a few builds in there. I think really, really good ones. The ships, whether it's a 1/700 or there's a few 1/350 scales with the Zeppelin above it. I really enjoy that.
Stunning.
And that was definitely
Insert
standing
picture.
out. Insert picture. Put a link in there, will you?
Oh, link in the notes. Like and subscribe.
Have a look below, will you? And there's definitely a few German ones that I saw that was good. Bit of a lack of First World War aircraft, which is kind of was just a blue.
Lucas is world renowned for his wingnut wings and World War I aircraft.
Again, I'm not really sure it's a World War. No, I only finished one wingnut technically.
But it kind of annoys me because he's an exceptional armour modeller as well. So.
Well, yeah. I'm glad you think that. That's
there
good.
you go.
Yeah, thank you for that. But yeah, it's been good.
All right.
Right here.
So we have a little bit of a little group build amongst friends, just as a bit of a joke, and this subject was the Sopwith Camel, the Edward 48 scale kit, which is right in this bloke's wheelhouse, but he left it till the last week to build it to avoid punishment. So he forgot to take the sponge out of the cockpit when he.
Yeah, no amount of excuses were going to get me out of this one, so I actually had to build it in a week time. But the sponge in a cockpit, it's kind of stand out.
It's a good job.
But not many people noticed that
Good
up until I
commitment.
pointed it out.
Good
so
commitment.
I think I was happy with that.
Sweet. Did you buy anything at the show?
Plenty of stuff.
As always.
Plenty of stuff. Mainly stuff that I did not need, really. But I think
that's the whole point, right?
That's the whole point. Just come here, spend some money, spend some good time.
And
nice.
Interestingly, this is the first show that we've been to. We come and stay down for a night that Lucas has woken up without a hangover.
That's also very true.
So that's definitely a positive.
I might be growing up actually now into this.
I don't believe it for a second.
Yeah, fair enough.
Oh, thanks for the chat, mate.
We all are kids, eh? All right. Thanks for having me, mate.
Appreciate it.
Enjoy that.
See you, mate.
Cheers.
Bye. All right,
Clayton, how you going?
good mate. I have here with me Pete Davis. Would you like to introduce yourself? What do you do? Where do you fit in the picture?
Yeah, g'day everyone. My name's Peter Davis. I'm currently the president of the ACT Scale Model Society, located in Canberra, Australia. Keeps me pretty busy, organising a club of about 140 odd members now, and a fairly decent sized annual show that we'll have in November, 11th, 12th November this year. So exciting. We're moving to a new venue, Thoroughbred Park, which is kind of like an exhibition sort of hall sort of thing. Facilities are going to be a lot better. 1,500 car spaces, a bit of a parking issue at our last venue. That won't be an issue this time. ATMs on site, a couple of food outlets. It's exciting times. It's a big step up.
Mate.
Yeah, big step up. I might have spat this out a few times.
It's all good.
Spat this out a few times recently, so
I think it's one of the best shows in the country, and the plans that these guys have got for the next one coming up is really exciting.
Yes, so I was trying to be adaptive and progressive and friendly and welcoming, and just trying to make the hobby fun for everyone by getting everyone together for a really great weekend of sharing our work and
doing a great job of it, mate.
Yeah, appreciate that. And
I've been wrangled in to do a demo.
You have, yeah. We've got to actually. That's one thing we've really pushed the demonstrations this year. So it's, instead of just kind of being a sort of sideshow, it's going to be part of the main event sort of thing. We've got a star-studded Australian lineup of some of the best models in Australia. They're going to be doing demonstrations at our show this in November. So yourself, Chris Lehman, Sam Dwyer, Marissa with a Gundam, Porter with his automotive stuff. It's shaping up to be a really good weekend of demos. Gary Wickham and stuff. It's definitely going to be something there for everyone.
It's something that's been neglected in this country for a long time. I think just that how-to demos and stuff.
Yeah, so, I guess as an example, that was feedback we received from the last show, sort of thing. Putting that into a proper schedule and adding that to our event to try and make it better for everyone. So
exciting times.
Yes,
now tell me, what's this pink bow tie,
the
mate?
The pink bow tie is some very, very harsh and severe punishment put down by the corner cutters president for a bit of a group of friends. We've got a bit of a group build going. We're all meant to finish a 148 Sopwith Camel from Edward for the Illawarra Scale Model Show that's behind us here today, and I failed to deliver.
Failed miserably
to deliver, and I've received my harsh punishment.
He's taking his poison,
and I'm taking
like
my poison.
A true champion.
Exactly, yeah. And our next build will have I'll definitely have a leopard on the
leopard 2s
on the table
in Canberra. So I look forward to that.
It will be good.
Well, always good to catch up, mate.
Yeah, appreciate it.
And thanks for your time. Thanks for your friendship.
Yeah,
appreciate it.
I'll take that $50 now, mate. Thanks. See ya.
right, we got Scott here from SMS Paint, Scale Model Supply. Leading Australian manufacturer of paints for modelling and whatnot, kicking a lot of goals.
It's
great.
You can say that, yeah.
So, awesome. What have you got here? What's new?
Well, you can see behind us, I've got a small selection of our range with us this weekend. Our 30mm airbrush ready paints is always selling good as normal. Recent releases, we've got a new range of automotive paints, which are matched to the new DDA 1/24th scale Australian muscle cars that are coming out.
Lovely.
They're really good. So we're doing the factory colours for those, and we've also got a range of new propels and colour shifts to go along with it for the car guys as well. And then we've just been plodding along with our expansion across the world with new distributors in the UK.
Yeah, beautiful.
Distributors in New Zealand that are handling us now. So there's quite a few retailers in New Zealand. So all your New Zealand viewers will be able to grab our stuff pretty easily now. We just moved into our new factory.
Yeah,
so,
sweet.
So things are going good for us here at SMS.
I do love your paint. It airbrushes beautifully.
Thank you.
Yeah, very good. How's your acrylic range going? Are you still doing that?
Yeah, we're doing a little bit. We sort of aim towards the figure painters, so the miniatures, the tabletop guys, Games Workshop, Warhammer sort of crowd.
Nice.
They're slow moving, but not as good as our airbrush range. That's sells hand over fist constantly. But they're doing all right.
Yeah, nice, sweet. Did you bring anything today?
Yeah, quite a few on the models on the table. Dinosaurs, obviously, because everyone knows that I build dinosaur models. I've got a A9 cruiser tanker in the 72nd scale.
Nice. Okay, yeah, cool.
The Snow Marine, which is a converted Space Marine, I did in the figures.
Beautiful.
For snow, and my HQ Holden that's over there too, which is in colour shift, one of our colour shifts.
Trophy hunting?
No. I just enter what I build. My whole thing is to promote the hobby and promote the shows, and if I can put some stuff on the table to make it look like there's lots of stuff on the table, I'll do that.
Of course.
If I win, I win. I don't really care.
What's your favourite model you've seen this weekend?
There's quite a few good ones over in the military diorama section that I like. The tank that's going down the side of the hill with the troops in front of it. There's a couple of good stills there. Was one with a full interior.
Yep.
That's really nice. And the ships are phenomenal.
Mind-blowing.
I'm looking at how small the details are on them, and you'd have to have a lot of patience and very good eyesight to actually get, because if you zoom right in, there's a 700 scale, and you zoom right in, there's actually tiny little figures on the back
wow.
with flags and all sort of stuff. It's just amazing.
Mind-blowing.
And then the jets are looking good, the cars are looking really good.
Sweet.
But generally as a whole, there's quite a lot of good stuff on the tables.
Beautiful. Well, thanks for your time.
Thanks, Clayton.
Thanks for your contribution to the hobby world.
No worries.
It's great. Thanks. Awesome. Thanks, Scott. See you, mate.
Thanks.
Going to these shows is always a nice reminder of just how far our hobby has come in the past 5 or 6 years. And that's obviously through the sharing of ideas on forums like Facebook and whatnot. And of course, the information that is available on YouTube. But it's also a reminder of how important connection to community is and sharing your ideas with like-minded people. And I think if you're going to these shows for looking for the accolades or some sort of recognition, you're bound to walk away disappointed. At the end of the day, these are volunteers running the show and judging the show, and you're not always going to agree with some of the decisions that are made. So if you're not prepared to take these decisions on the chin and make peace with them, it's probably best you don't go.
Ouch.
In saying that, I think something that's lacking in this country at least is some form of meaningful feedback for the modeler. Something that will help them improve and something that will help them identify flaws in their own models, because that's something that a lot of people struggle to see, is flaws in their own models. And it's obviously something I've struggled with in the past, and having a qualified person giving qualified feedback would be a welcomed addition to these shows. As for the models I took the Stug 42 in 35th scale. I took the Nashorn in 48th scale, which you would all be aware of at this point. I took a small 48th scale Panzer II vignette, as well as an MAK Melusine, and of course the Sopwith Camel, which was part of the Corner Cutters Modelling Club group build, which is all a bit of a secret.
It did not make sense!
Notable mentions for me was Lucas Kasuba's SU 122. Now, it's really easy to lose those monotone schemes on the competition table, and once you take a deep dive into his work, you see a level of detail and refinement that just sets him apart from other modelers. And yeah, his work is quite inspirational, which is why I've included him in my notable list, which is similar to Chris Lehman's Panther 2. When armour modelers start putting foliage and lots of mud and things on their models, first thing I do is start to look at what they're trying to hide. But in Chris's case, his attention to detail on things like the welds and the tools and the execution on the paint finish were second to none, and yeah, just a beautiful model all round. Matt Russell brought the wow factor with his hillside diorama, and the drama and the dynamic of the landscape paired with the execution on his figures and the groundwork was really something to behold, and it was worthy of an honourable mention. And finally, Greg Lester's SMS, Seedlitz and Zeppelin was simply breathtaking. And I often judge a model on how I would go about recreating it, and after looking at Greg's work, I probably might as well hang up the sprue cutters now, because I don't think I'll ever reach those heights. The patience he must have had to create this model, and the execution is just breathtaking, and it's just an absolutely mind-blowing model, and got my vote for best in show.
Breathtaking.
I've only presented a small amount of the models that was on the table. If you wanted to have a look at all of the models, just go onto Facebook and search New South Wales Scale Model Competition, and you will find a plethora of galleries there, and you can look at the photos and download them till your heart's content. And I'm really sorry to the automotive guys, but it's not really my thing, so I haven't included it here.
Sorry, not sorry.
So a big thank you to the team from Illawarra Plastic Modelers Association for a great show. We always have a good time, and we're looking forward to next year's event already. If you've enjoyed this video, please give it a like and consider subscribing. It helps me a lot. I'm looking to bring a whole heap of different content to this channel, not just the how-to tutorials. So if you've got any questions or comments, please leave them down below. I'd be only too happy to read them and respond. Thanks for allowing me on your screens. I do not take it for granted. And remember, this is the greatest hobby in the world, so be sure to share it around. Connect with your friends, connect with your community, be kind to yourself, and I'll see you in a couple of weeks. See you later.